We're recording now.
I was trying to tilt it down a little bit.
Okay.
See on my whole background and it keeps, I guess it's not going to tilt down any.
Well, I can see you.
Okay.
How are things going?
They're going.
They're going.
They're going.
Are they going in the right direction though?
Well, I mean, it's after the holidays, so it can only go up from here.
Okay. We met on one of the Facebook groups, correct?
Yes.
Was it the flooring group?
One of them. I'm in the owners group, the dealers group, the retailers group.
Okay. I'm assuming because you're a member of so many groups, you're making money from those groups?
Well, I won't say I'm making money from those groups. Those are, well, I guess, I mean, they're more help each other type groups.
Okay. And you're in the factory carpet, is that your company?
Factory Carpet Warehouse is the name of the build or our business. Yes.
Okay. And your head office is where?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
How many locations?
One.
Okay. How big is a showroom?
Showroom's about 1,000 square feet. It's not very big. The whole building's about 6,500 square feet.
Okay, nice size. So you carry a lot of inventory then?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do a lot of shop at home service?
Don't do any of that.
None. Okay. So everybody comes into your showroom.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we go to we go to people's houses and measure, but typically they come in here to pick out their flooring. We don't take anything with them.
Okay.
Or with us unless they want us to.
Right. Okay. And how long have you been in business?
Since 1979.
Okay. So you're just starting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And how's it going?
It's going well.
Okay.
I mean, we've been doing it for going on 44 years. So I'd say it's going pretty well.
Okay. What would you say are your challenges, and what's your goal for this conversation?
Challenges are, well, was installers, but I've got installers. I guess challenges is I kind of try to take on more than I can really handle, like getting our name out there and all that good stuff, getting like social media, advertising.
Media. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that's been a conversation I've been having with some of my clients here. And if you don't mind, I'm going to send you some links to my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because I believe those strategies can really help you. If you're having challenges with social media, if you're not getting 90% of your business from social media, well, to give you an example, 100% of my new clients were coming in from LinkedIn. Are you using LinkedIn?
I mean, I'm on it, but I don't really use it now.
No. Okay. In our trusted circle, and you'll understand what I mean by trusted circle once you watch a couple of videos. In our trusted circle, we have a mortgage broker that does 200 million each year from the connections he has in the trusted circle. $200 million. If he makes 8%, you do the math.
Right. That's a lot.
It's a lot. 100% of my clients were coming in from LinkedIn until I became an idiot and I started doing stuff that they didn't like, such as, I was speaking against human trafficking. I was speaking against COVID mandates. I was speaking against a lot of things that they didn't like. And I got censored and I lost 127,000 connections, and 100% of my clients no longer can find me on LinkedIn. I don't exist. They shot me in the...
LinkedIn kicked you out or censored you.
Yes. So 8 profiles have been deleted, and now they tell me I'm banned for life.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, exactly. So I had to reinvent myself, because if you look at my videos up until, let's say, 2 years ago, I was always bad-mouthing Facebook. I was always saying, why are you wasting your time on Facebook? But because I had to reinvent myself and now I have to try and find clients on Facebook, I'm redesigning the strategies.
Okay.
Okay. And I think these are strategies your salespeople, your marketing people, your people should be using to double or triple your company. And I'm not exaggerating. I truly believe if you're not using social media, you're probably missing 90% of the opportunity.
True.
Okay. Because if a mortgage broker can do 200 million, I'm sure if you had 2 or 3 salespeople, how many salespeople do you have, by the way?
One besides myself.
Okay. So I'm guessing you are in the 2 to 3 million range.
No, we just did 1.3 this past year.
Okay, so
We're very small.
okay, so your overhead doesn't match your sales.
Well, I mean, we don't really have much overhead because we own the building, and I mean,
Okay, and that's
you know.
part of the problem, Amanda.
Yeah.
Forgive me for saying that because you own the building. I'm not going to say you have an idiot for a landlord because he's not charging you the rents you should be
No, we
charging
pay rent. Yeah, we pay rent. The company pays rent to my husband.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. But are
So,
you
I mean, I
paying
guess
market
technically,
rents?
no, market rent could probably be a little higher.
Okay.
So he's been paying himself the same rent for 43 years.
Okay, so let's agree that market rent should be a lot higher because rents have substantially increased in 43 years.
Yes.
Okay, so are you having fun in the flooring business? Can you
Not really.
honestly say you look forward to going to work tomorrow?
No.
No? Okay. So what we do, you're probably wondering, why am I on this call? Because why are we on this call?
I'm hoping you can help me figure out how to make it a little more exciting, or how to make more money, or how to get out in social media more.
Okay.
I mean, I've got the building. I mean, I've got it for sale.
Okay.
But it's not one of those markets where people are knocking down your door. I've had several saying they want to relocate from Alaska or New York or Ohio, but none of them have come through. So,
Okay. Are you the only tenant in your building or you have multiple units?
nope, just us. We're freestanding.
Freestanding. So you're going to hopefully rent from the future owner. Is that the plan?
No, I would like to sell the entire business building as it is to one person, so they would own everything.
Okay. So business and building combined.
Yes.
Okay. We've done that quite a bit.
I mean, I used to enjoy this business a lot, but it's kind of just taken a toll on me. Plus, my husband, the original owner, is a lot older and he's retired. So I've kind of wanting more or less to slow down.
Okay. Okay, we need to have a different conversation. I truly believe, and please don't take this the wrong way, I truly believe the running a business should be a freaking adrenaline rush.
Yep.
It should be. So anything short of that, and please watch some of my videos where I talk about this stuff, anything short of that, it means the business is not designed correctly. It means the business is a gold-plated jail cell. And how can you sell a gold-plated jail cell if people are going to see, hey, you're selling me a gold-plated jail cell? I can tell by your body language that you really are not enjoying what you're doing. So I'm going to pay you $1 million or $2 million for a gold-plated jail cell.
Yeah.
That is a hard sell. Can we agree on that? Okay. But if you were to turn things around, and all of a sudden you're doing 5 million or 10 million where you should be because you have credibility for a $20 million company. You've been in business forever, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So something is not matching. So, there's something wrong. And the sheer fact that you're not having fun confirms that there's something wrong, right?
Right.
You haven't designed a business on autopilot that works for you while you
Correct.
sit on your yacht in Miami,
I wish.
right? You're not running your business from your cottage. You're not running your business from your land yacht. You're not running your business from Mexico, which tells me it's not autopilot. It's not well designed. You're not using the best business tools. Okay. Because the
Okay.
best business tools, if you were using the best business tools, you would tell me about your salesperson who did $3 million last year.
Yep.
Okay. You can't tell me that because it's not happening, right? But
Right.
truly, you should have a program in place where you take someone with positive attitude, you know, half decent looking guy or girl with the right attitude. Attitude is more important than skill or knowledge, because a rainmaker, I don't like calling salespeople because that has a negative connotation to it. A salesperson or a rainmaker, their main function is to build trusted relationships. That is their main function. Once you have trust, now you start solving problems, right? And the client
Right.
has a problem, they need a new floor or they need an interior designer to help them choose a new floor or whatever that is. And you're helping clients, right? But trust has to come first. If you have to sell, there's a problem. Now you need to backtrack, because if you have to sell, it means you're trying to talk someone into do something that they don't truly believe. And that's why you have to force people or sell people or use closing techniques. To me, that's all wrong. Okay.
Okay.
So, and this is why we focus mainly on building trusted relationships first. Then we use those trusted relationships to educate and to use tools like creating the need. And so they understand, once you created the need, why they need a new floor. So you're creating a whole new demographic, because trust me, there's people within, a 10-kilometer radius from you that have awful floors
Yep.
and don't even know they need to update their floors, because your salespeople, your marketing department hasn't educated them yet. Okay.
Okay.
And trust me, there's hundreds, if not tens of thousands of contractors who have relationships with these people who are doing their own floors that should be subbing floors out to you. There's also interior designers that are going through a competition that are not bringing the flooring clients to you. There's architects doing the same thing, because you haven't developed relationships with those stepping stone relationships that can bring you in hundreds of clients. Okay. Every real estate agent that you know, and you should know thousands, they all know people who are going to sell their homes, are buying their homes, want to update their homes before they move in. And those are all potential clients you should be dealing with. And I've just described a $10 million business for you. And that's what you need to be doing on social media.
Okay.
Okay. It's not that difficult. It's a lot of work, but we have programs, we have systems to do it. So in other words, your instinct is to hire someone to do social media, right?
Right.
Wrong.
Right.
Because their salary is going to be between $60,000 and $80,000 a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried that once.
Yeah. When we advise you, we will hire you between 3 and 5 virtual assistants in the Philippines, where their salary is $400 a month. And they produce better results than the people in your office. Okay. So, and that's one example of better business tools. All right. Hiring a salesperson that doesn't have the knowledge or the skill to build trusted relationships, to me, is just a waste of money.
Right.
When you hire a rainmaker who can bring in $3 million next 12 months, now you're getting a return on investment.
Yeah.
But that rainmaker needs support. right? He needs to go in. So in other words, let's say we were running your social media department, and we do that for clients. So you can have a done for you program, or we show you how to do it and we charge you nothing for it. Honestly, we charge you nothing for it. Okay, because our goal is to build a relationship with you when you truly want to sell the business, or when you want to take the business from 2 million to 5 million. And when you sell a $5 million business, the paycheck you get is probably going to be a little bit higher, correct?
Correct.
So that's our goal. Our goal is to look at us as a drug dealer. We're going to give you a free sample, get you hooked on our service, and get you to a place where you can't live without us, because now you're addicted to success. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. When you become addicted to success, now $2 million is no longer acceptable to you. You want to get to 3 million or 4 million or 5 million. Okay, so I'm going to help you get to 2, knowing that you're going to want to get to 5.
Okay.
Knowing once you get to 5 and you start getting offers, and you're saying, well, what kind of offers will I get if I get to 10? See what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we do. That's all we do.
Okay.
For the past 40 years, we've been redesigning businesses so to become either on autopilot, or they become an adrenaline rush and a pleasure to run, because now you have a team of people with the right tools, the right strategies, the right mindset to deliver the results.
Right.
Okay. That's what we do.
Okay. Well, if I was doing 5 million, it might be an adrenaline rush to come to work every day.
Yeah, especially when you have project managers and you have salespeople who know what they're doing, and they're designed to solve their own problems, because they don't come to you with problems. You say, first, oh, hold on. Before you tell me this problem, tell me the 3 solutions you came up with. Tell me the one you chose and why you chose that one. Then after you've done that, then tell me the problem. That's a whole different way of training people, right?
Right.
Now you're turning them into entrepreneurs instead of employees.
Makes sense.
And the other thing, I mean, we're probably, how we work is, we work in a number of different ways. I'm pretty sure if I were to fly in, I would find at least 20 or 30 things that I would want to tweak in order to make the company easier for you to run, right? Analyzing, I used to average 5 flights a week, some weeks 11 flights, where I would fly in and meet Amandas all over the North America. And very rarely do I find a problem. It's generally, 20 or 30 different tweaks that we need to do to the business to get it to move in the right direction. I'm talking a lot, and I'm going to give you an opportunity.
Well, I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years. This would be 21 this year. So I used to enjoy it, used to have adrenaline rush coming in. And then our recession hit. And then I just feel like I've been kind of climbing a ladder ever since, a never ending ladder, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. And one of the responses that I have, because I hear that a lot, Leo, you don't understand. We can't find people. Leo, you got to understand, the economy here is just a shit. I can't find good installers. I can't find salespeople. I can't find anyone that wants to work with their hands. Leo, you don't understand my market. And I hear that no matter where I talk to, either in Europe, in Spain, in US, in Canada, I keep hearing that. But that is a symptom of a deeper problem. That is not the problem. That's only a symptom.
Yeah.
It's only a symptom. Because if you can't attract quality people, right, the problem is in your business blueprint and your branding in other parts, right? Because if you wouldn't come in and work for your own company. If you were outside in the market and you wouldn't come in and work for your company based on that job description, based on that salary, based on the opportunities it presented,
Right.
if you wouldn't work for yourself, you can't expect anyone else to. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Right. Yeah.
So you have to look at your business and the job offer and the opportunity from their perspective. And when I ask people to do that, they're generally shocked. Well, Leo, but I can't afford to pay more than this. Leo, but we don't have benefits. But Leo, right? But why don't you? Because you've been in business for 20 years, right? If you don't design the business to grow, then it won't grow. If your business is not growing, then how can you offer opportunities, right?
Right.
So we have to get into understand why things are happening and fix that so it can grow.
Right.
A business is like a shark. If a shark is not swimming, it drowns.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been at that plateau?
For a while.
Okay. So you're not growing, you're about to drown if you were a shark.
Well, we grew this past year. So I mean, we went from probably 800,000 to 1.3 this last year. So we grew quite a bit, but that also had to do with we had a very hefty real estate market. I mean, people were moving in from Canada, New York, California, Texas, Florida like crazy.
Mhm.
I mean, the housing market was just off the charts. So that helped quite a bit. Of course, then all that slowed down, and now you got talk of inflation and recession, and some people are still, well, I'll still say people are still spending their money. It's just, I had hopes for this year, but so far it's not starting out looking promising. And I know we're still only in the first week, but even the week up to Christmas, we were busy.
Okay. That's the second time you mentioned the economy. So let me deal with the economy for a second. I truly believe that any company in the construction space, and you are in the construction space,
Yeah.
any company in the construction space can be designed to make more money in a down economy than the same company can make in an up economy. So let's put that on the table. I truly believe that. So if there is a down economy coming or it's here, I don't see evidence of it because we believe in controlling our future.
Right.
Okay. Either you believe you are a product of your decisions or there's a higher power, whatever that is. But I believe we are a product of our decisions, either by action or inaction. We are a product of our decisions. Are we on the same page or not?
Yes.
We are on the same page. Okay.
Yes.
So I truly believe, and I'll put my cards on the table. I don't like your overhead burden. I don't like 6,000 square feet, even though you have a landlord that's on your side. But if I was consulting for that said landlord, I would ask him, how much have you increased rents over the last couple of years? I would be slapping him in the face because, the two businesses have to be separate.
Right. They are.
Okay. So, I mean, that business is not doing very well because he's not maximizing on rents. Right. So
Right.
stuff doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of red flags. And comparing your numbers to other flooring locations that have 1,000 square feet and do 90% of their sales through shop at home service, and yet they're approaching $20 million, your revenue per square foot doesn't make sense. Okay, are we on the same page?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to look at your numbers and see how we can fix those numbers because, quite frankly, I think they're ugly numbers.
Yeah.
And I think we can help you there.
Okay.
Tell me about your marketing. Tell me about how you control your future.
Um, so I really don't do a whole lot because again, it's just basically me. I don't have anybody else that does any advertising or marketing or anything for me. So it's basically me putting stuff out on Facebook
Okay. So
or Google.
in other words, you're being salesy. I haven't seen your ads. I haven't seen your stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm going to guess based on 40 years of doing this that you are salesy
Yeah.
in your posts. What happens when someone tries to sell Amanda anything? Amanda runs away, right? Every person runs away. We don't like to be sold,
Yeah.
right? We don't like to be sold. If we don't like to be sold, then why are we using something negative to try and create a positive,
Right.
right? I mean, you're going to get returns, but they're going to be limited returns.
So when you say salesy, I mean, typically when I make a post, it's basically about something we have in stock or a special we're running on some flooring or something like that.
Right.
But again, my posts are very seldom. That's the sad part.
Which is even worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know
But
I need to do it more. It's just I have so much other on my plate that I just don't sit down and take the time to do that part of it.
right. So you're describing Amanda as the business,
Uh-huh.
right? So if you are the business, how can you take a 6-month trip around the world?
Right.
It's impossible.
I feel bad to take a week down to Florida.
Right, exactly my point. And yet, when I was running a flooring store, and we had 5 locations, and by the way, I'm pretty sure nobody's contradicted me, but I'm pretty sure we invented the concept of shop at home service. I mean, truly shop at home service, where
Right.
you have a truck with a showroom inside with the 80-20 rule. We don't have, I'm sure if I go into your showroom, I'm going to be able to see who the 20% of the sales come from,
Yeah.
what samples, and which ones are the duds, right? We don't put duds in the truck, right? And we use, interior designers as salespeople. We go for the higher end. We've had $1 million flooring projects, and that was 40 years ago. Okay. So, I mean, Seisel back then was crazy. We would charge enormous amounts of money for that crap. But designers loved it. And because designers loved it, they made a ton of money at it. They pushed it, our products. If this is what you want to rip out an 80 or 100-ounce carpet to install Seisel. Is that what you're asking me to do? Right? Brand new carpet. That's what you're asking me to do? Okay, you understand even with padding underneath, double glued down Seisel is uncomfortable under your foot. You're going to have to wear slippers all the time. You agree with that? Sign here, please. We'll install it for you. Oh, you don't like this color? You want us to rip it out, install another color? Sure. Sign here, please. Okay. When you're dealing with clients who have more money than they know what to do with, and if you're not attracting those clients, you are attracting the wrong clients, right? If I were to look at your Rolodex, 80% of your contacts should be interior designers. Are they?
Nope.
Okay. So do you understand how we need to change things?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but it's not that difficult. It really is not that difficult.
Okay.
If you
I
want to
don't
be
think I know any interior designers.
okay, you're going to have lunch with them starting in a month. You're going to have lunch almost every day with interior designers.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't know how to play golf, guess what you're going to learn to do?
Oh, I do know how to do that.
Okay, good. So we are a couple of steps ahead. Then you can teach me how to play golf. So, but running a business, Amanda, should be a freaking adrenaline rush because you are the top of your industry. You are controlling your market. You are controlling prices, right?
Right.
you have to control prices, because if you're trying to match prices of your competition down the road where he's not making any money, forget it. You might as well close up shop.
Yeah. I've gotten better about that. Jerry came out in August, maybe, Jerry Levison.
Okay.
So he came out and talked with him for a while. So pricing has definitely gotten higher or better.
Okay. Have you
So
seen some of our conversation with Jerry and I butt heads all the time?
yes.
Jerry does not like me.
Yeah, I butt heads with Jerry because a lot of things he says I don't tend to agree with either. But he had a big store, and of course he sold it to his son. Not everybody's so lucky to do that.
Yeah, but you can sell it to your employees. You can create, a $10 million business and encourage your employees to buy it. Okay, so there's going to be many techniques to give you, and when you get an offer, you can choose to take a $10 million offer or not.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
At least it's nice to have choices. Well, you can say 3 years from now, no, I'm having too much fun. Why would I sell this? I can take a holiday, each month. And that's what I used to do. I used to take off. My employees thought I was on a buying trip. Each month I go on a buying trip. Each month I come back with a tan. Well, what kind of buying trips is he doing? Right. So, but I would never tell them where I was going. It's none of their business. Right? You have a
True.
job to do your job, and you get rewarded for doing a great job, and that's it. Right? My business is my business.
True.
So I also have to say that I'm not in love with the flooring industry. And that's why I'm trying to sell the retail locations.
Well, I'm not either. That's why I'm trying to sell it. I
Okay.
married into it.
Got it. To me, it's almost as roofing companies, and we help a lot of roofing companies because it's a seasonal business and it's dangerous. You're on the roof, and I've met many people that fell off roofs and damaged their bodies and stuff like that. So I'm not in love with the roofing industry, but the flooring is kind of underneath it.
Yeah.
But I do believe with the right strategies, you can make a ton of money in the flooring industry if you understand the opportunities and you create unfair opportunities. There's a video, I'm going to try and find it on Facebook, where we create opportunities, unfair advantages for our clients who do condo tower renovations. And by the way, do you do a lot of commercial flooring, or
Yes. We're about 50-50, commercial, residential.
do you do condo towers, or what type of?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. That's a market that you should exploit.
Well, we don't have so many condo towers as apartment homes here. The apartment homes are very abundant, but they're also very cheap.
Okay.
So
So
there's
it's
a
the wrong
couple
market.
places in particular that are very cheap on the flooring, money wise of it, that they get all the market for the apartments.
Okay. And you really don't want to compete with them. So
I really don't want to get into that industry. No.
yeah.
I would like to grow the commercial side of it if I did anything.
Okay. And who are your suppliers? Shaw?
Jaw, Mohawk, Southwind, Mannington, all the big dogs.
All the big dogs. Okay. One of the strategies, and I might as well say this, I believe in buying power. You only have one location, you're only doing $1 million, but I would still like to see, $500,000 to go to one supplier to get volume pricing. And I also believe in exclusivity. Because are you in the strip? Are there other flooring stores around you?
No, I got a Home Depot and a Lowe's about a mile from me, but we're on a major highway.
Okay, so you're competing with Home Depot. Home Depot sells a lot of flooring.
Yeah.
And they're a lot cheaper than you can because they have buying power.
Right.
Right. So, but you still need to have 4 or 5 products that represent 80% of your sales. So the
Yep.
80-20 rule, then you break down the 20 rule, and you have 4 or 5 products that do 80% of the 20 rule. Okay. I don't want to call them lost leaders because you get huge margins on them, but from the outside, it should look like a lost leader.
Right.
Okay. So, it's kind of risky having 80 or 90% of all your volume to one company, because if something happens with that rep, or something happens that you can't pay the invoice or something, you're putting a lot of eggs in one basket. And if they close your account and now you have to beg and switch to another account, it's kind of dangerous. But if your company is designed to grow and you're making profits, and you've got a great strategy, then it's less of a risk.
Right.
Okay. So
on the social media side of it, what is your what should I be doing the most of? Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram?
Actually, that's a trick question. What you should be doing the most of is 0, because you asked that from Amanda's perspective.
Well, okay.
Amanda does nothing. Actually,
Okay.
Amanda shouldn't even have a job. Okay.
Fine with me.
Because you, as the owner of the company, we design you out of the company, and your job is to jump in whenever someone needs help. Okay. Playing golf with the property management company that your salesperson is trying to land, and that company is going to bring in $2 million a year. Playing golf with a real estate broker who has 120 agents, and you get 20% of your business from that broker. Playing golf with an interior designer who's head in your market and brings in 10 or 20 jobs to you a year. That's your job. Your job is to step in to the marketing department when they need help, or step into the installation department when you need to hire 3 more installers. You temporarily jump in to help. That's your job. Otherwise, you get out of the business and you allow your people to function. You do not get in their way. Okay. You empower people to do their jobs, but you also give them the best tools, and you encourage them from outside. Okay. That is your function. And that's how a $10 million company functions. Because a business like that, can we agree you can sell? Because you're not involved in it.
Right.
Right? If you can say, I spend 90, sorry, I'm getting a call. Because when you can show that, geez, my sister's being persistent. We had an issue yesterday with my mother. I was in the hospital
No.
from 2 a.m. and until 9:30 last night, so everybody's freaking out. But I already updated everybody, so that shouldn't be an issue anymore. So where was I going? Can we agree that a business that you run from your cottage or from your boat in Florida or from somewhere else is much easier to sell than when they interview your employees and they say, oh, how much time does Amanda spend in the business? Oh, she's here at 5 o'clock in the morning. She doesn't leave until 10 o'clock at night. They're going to see that and say, gold-plated jail cell. I want no part of this.
Yeah.
Oh, Amanda. Do you mean our boss, Amanda? I think I saw her a couple of times last month. That's a different situation, correct?
Right.
And one you can sell, one you can't. Okay. So whatever is good for you is going to be good for the purchaser.
Okay.
Right. So
Makes sense.
So to answer your question, I know you asked an innocent question. To answer your question is, we're going to hire you 3 virtual assistants in the Philippines. We're going to train them free of charge to do the work that you need to be doing, okay, on social media. They're going to bring in the stepping stone relationships, the interior designers, the mortgage brokers, the real estate agents, the architects, the general contractors, the investors, all the people that need to change floors on a regular basis or pretty often. Okay.
Okay.
That's generally the first step. That's generally the first step if you want to go in a no charge direction.
Okay.
Okay. The other direction may be a smarter move where we do a forensic analysis of your business. We'll charge you $5,000, or we'll charge you $5,000, but postpone the invoice and do it remotely to reduce the expenses. At the same time, we're hiring you 3 virtual assistants. Because a lot of times we're talking about branding and strategies and marketing, but 40 years behind your name, I don't think I'm going to touch the name. I'm assuming you have, let's say, at least 100 positive 5-star reviews.
Yeah. Probably maybe 20.
Okay, so we need to work on that. But they are good reviews.
Yes.
Any less than 4-star reviews?
There's 1 1-star from several years ago, but that was just a crazy customer.
Did you respond to it?
I did, yes.
Okay. So it's not hurting your business right now, is it?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's acceptable. I mean, people know that there's always going to be the oddball, but 1 in 20 is not great. 1 in 200, it's fine. Nobody
Right.
cares, right? So we need to increase that number. So, I mean, I'm the type of person who sees something and I'm a fixer. You saw how much I've been talking this whole thing because I see so many opportunities in your business, right?
Right.
But when I do that, I tend to leave you behind and overwhelm you with all the different possibilities. So let me ask you the question. How do you want me to help you, if at all?
Might be interested in watching some more of your videos. I noticed on your page you had a lot of videos on there or different topics, I think, of discussion.
My page?
On Facebook?
On Facebook, okay. Yeah, some of them are on there, but it's easier to copy and paste my name to YouTube, and there's
Okay.
150 videos on there.
Okay. Well, I can do that.
Do me a favor, no matter what happens, if you truly want results, you and I should be talking every day. We need to get to a point where I can't stand this guy, Leo. I want nothing to do with him because he's obnoxious, he's rude, he's whatever. Or we get to a point where we do business. If Jerry's doing good work for you, he's a good guy. But the problem that Jerry has is he only sees a business from a narrow perspective.
Right.
Okay. That's good when you're focusing on single things. A business is not about a single thing.
I think Jerry's more about helping salespeople, teaching them and helping them grow versus helping an owner grow. Jerry kept trying to shove some kind of new system or something down my throat.
I see.
Because I don't do a whole lot online. I mean, everything here is still basically pen and paper.
Okay. Yes, I'm looking around you and all that paper is going to disappear.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's still pen and paper here for the most part.
Because in order to run your business from the cottage, and I'm being serious,
right,
you need to access everything on your computer.
Yeah.
Right. And pen to paper, you can't see that.
Right.
Right. So things are going to change, but you're going to understand. You're the one making the decisions to change because you're going to understand the advantages of changing. I don't make decisions for you. I help you make better decisions. Okay. You're going to see, well, see, but there's a drawback to that, because sometimes, you know, a business owner will want to see the whole staircase before they take a first step. That is very
Right.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Right. I can show you a glimpse of the whole staircase of 10,000 steps, but then there's got to be trust where you say, well, you know, taking this first step sounds reasonable. Let's do that. Let's see the results. Then taking that second step and the third step and so on. And things are not going to implode because you're going to take tiny little steps. Tiny little step to me is hiring 3 virtual assistants, committing $1,500 a month to these virtual assistants. They're going to work 180 hours per month, doing stuff that I'm going to train them to do, engaging on other people's posts, posting your stuff. You know, I'm going to ask you for a lot of content, okay? Because you have a beautiful face and you have all this credibility, we're going to use that to our advantage. You're going to be very comfortable producing videos.
Ugh.
Amanda,
Mm.
did I just lose you?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
But I had a similar conversation about an hour ago, actually the call before yours, and I'm going to share that call with you, because she's a custom home builder. She lost her house in a fire and she has 2 kids, and I talk about vulnerability. What I instructed her to do is what I'm going to instruct you to do. Okay. So I'm not going to get into that because I already went into that an hour ago, and you're
Right.
going to see that video.
Okay.
So Amanda, I just, as we close this meeting, I'm 100% comfortable and confident that I can turn you into a $2 million business easily over the next 6 to 12 months. Okay. All you have to do is just follow the steps that I'm going to give you. I'm not going to charge you a dime. Okay. After working with you for a year, you're going to see the difference in your company and say, Leo, I'm ready to grow faster. Okay. Is that fair?
Okay. Fair.
Okay. All right. So the only expectation is we talk daily.
Okay.
Okay. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, but we talk daily because I need to know what's going on inside your head. I need to know what your fears are. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to share you some videos. And I would suggest, this is not mandatory, but I would suggest that we arrange a call with your key people. Certainly your salesperson, certainly your husband. Is your husband is not involved in the flooring industry?
No.
Okay, so that's your baby then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was, but he retired 12 years ago.
Okay. Do you go to him for advice or?
Sometimes, but he doesn't really like talking about the business anymore.
Oh,
He still wants to look at the bank account, but when I have any discussion about it, he doesn't really seem to care about it. So he's more or less making sure he gets his rent each month.
okay. Are you still together in a relationship?
Oh,
or-
yeah. We're
are.
still married. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'll leave it to you, whether you want your husband involved on the next call or not, I'm going to leave it up to you, but I'm thinking he should be, because it involves his other business in terms of paying rent. And he's,
Right.
whether you like it or not, I still believe he's part of your support structure.
He is for the most part. Yes.
Yeah. So I would ask him to be involved, and certainly your salesperson, because I'm kind of guessing your salesperson is kind of your right-hand man.
I wouldn't
Yep.
call him that. No, he actually used to be one of my installers.
Okay.
He was an installer for, gosh, probably 40 years.
Do you
Installed for
have a
us.
right-hand person?
Uh, not really.
No? Okay.
Maybe my warehouse guy who's been here 25, 26 years.
Wow. Actually, next time, if you can we can do a Zoom call on your phone, then you take me around, or even with your computer, take me around the premises. I would like to see what you have.
Okay.
How much do you have in inventory, dollar-wise?
Around 100,000
Okay. How many turns?
turns.
How often do you turn the inventory?
Oh, during good time, I usually get each week.
You
So I mean, if I like, I got 5 rolls of carpet in last week, or
okay.
4 rolls. So during good times, I mean, during busy season, those 4 rolls would typically sell within a week.
Okay. But 4 rolls does not equate $100,000.
Well, no, but I mean, I've got a lot more in stock than just those 4 rolls.
Right.
So,
And that's
but
an
ours is, I mean, ours is funny. Like, I mean, we started out as carpet. And then when luxury vinyl became a hit, I started stocking luxury vinyl. So we go back and forth. Luxury vinyl will sell like hotcakes and nobody wants carpet. And then it would be everybody wants carpet, nobody wants luxury vinyl.
okay. So based on the comment you just made, creating the need is not something you do within your company, because you should be the one telling the market or your future clients what they want.
Right.
Okay. As an example, I remember getting a huge deal on wool carpet, wool Berber carpet. You know, it used to be $40 a yard. I got it for $3 or $4 a yard because nobody wanted it, right?
Right.
So I bought the entire truckload of it. And guess what I did in terms of promotion? How much did I talk about, how great wool carpet is in your home, right? Did I sell it for, 40% above $3? No, I sold it a little bit under the $40, right? Made huge margins on it. But I was the one instructing the interior designers what they want to push to their clients because I had this massive inventory, right? So that's what your marketing department should look like, because now the mills are going to come to you and say, Amanda, we've got a store near you that is having financial trouble. They can't pay their bills. Can you take 20 rolls? And you're going to say, yeah, give me terms.
Yep.
Then you're going to push those rolls because you're going to get a great discount on those rolls, and you're going to push them out, create some great relationship from those rolls, and make huge margins on them. Okay, but you're going to create those opportunities. The mills have to know you're the person they come to in order to solve their problems, right? Because they don't want to ship those rolls back to the factory and reship them again. It's bullshit.
Right. Right.
But there's always someone in trouble that they need to do something with. So anyways,
Okay.
way longer than I expected, and forgive me for boring the crap out of you.
Quite
But
all right.
I appreciate meeting you. I'll have my assistants send you some videos. Please leave comments. Your training has started already.
Okay.
You are no longer a shy introvert. You are a social media influencer that does not read something unless they leave a comment.
Okay.
So when you watch a video, you ask questions, you leave a comment, whatever it is, but you leave your mark everywhere.
Okay. Okay.
So, all right. We'll talk again soon.
All right.
Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.